The title of this video isn't clickbait, it isn't a hyperbole, and it definitely isn't an opinion. It is a mathematical fact. As of right now, the woman you know as the Girl From MrBeast is statistically, objectively, and undeniably faster than Sha'Carri Richardson. If you watched Jimmy's latest video, you saw a woman destroy a horde of 100 men in a sprint for $100,000. You probably thought, wow, she's fast. But you missed the real story. You missed the fact that this video wasn't just a race, it was a cover-up. This single video was a billion-dollar algorithmic weapon designed to scrub the internet of a scandal that nearly destroyed the MrBeast empire. It was a move to replace a girl who became a liability with a girl who is a world champion. And in the process, they accidentally exposed a harsh truth that American sports fans are trying to ignore. Sha'Carri Richardson is no longer the queen of speed. She's just the benchmark. We are going to break down the most genius marketing pivot in YouTube history. If you want to see through the algorithm and understand what's actually happening on your screen, hit that subscribe button. We decode the stories they don't want you to notice. Now let's look at how a 12-second sprint rewrote history. Let's get the uncomfortable part out of the way first. You clicked this because you love Sha'Carri, or maybe you hate her. Either way, you know her name. She is the icon. The nails, the hair, the attitude. To the average person, Sha'Carri is a synonym for fast. But the stopwatch doesn't care about your Instagram following. In the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden didn't just beat Sha'Carri, she embarrassed the field. She ran the 100-meter dash in 10.61 seconds. Do you understand how fast that is? That is the fourth fastest time in human history. In that same race, Sha'Carri Richardson ran at 10.94. She finished fifth. The gap between them was 0.33 seconds. In the world of sprinting, that isn't a gap. That is a different area code. That is 3 to 4 meters of daylight between the Girl From MrBeast and the woman the media tells you is the fastest on Earth. So why does the world not know Melissa's name? Why did she have to go on a YouTube channel to get the recognition she deserves? Because in 2025, gold medals don't make you famous. Viral moments do. And Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, knew exactly how to use that to his advantage. To understand why this race happened, we have to talk about the person who isn't in the video. We have to talk about the original Girl From MrBeast. For years, the phrase "the Girl From MrBeast" didn't refer to an Olympian. It was a search term that led you down the darkest rabbit hole on the internet. It pointed to Ava Kris Tyson. In 2023, Kris Tyson transitioned, becoming Ava. That sparked a culture war firestorm that the channel tried to ignore. But in July 2024, things went from controversial to criminal. Allegations surfaced, serious ones, accusations of some very inappropriate conduct. It was the Mr. Least era. The brand was bleeding. Subscriber growth plummeted from 28 million a month to just 5 million. The search term MrBeast Girl was radioactive. Every time a kid typed that into YouTube, they weren't finding funny challenges, they were finding video essays about vile accusations and corporate collapse. Jimmy needed a janitor. He needed to clean the search history. He couldn't just hire another random friend. The homegrown crew model was broken. It was a liability. He needed someone unimpeachable, someone with discipline, someone whose credentials came from the Olympics, not from being Jimmy's high school buddy. Enter Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. She was the perfect solution. She is a cisgender woman, which instantly diffuses the transphobic rage bait comments that plagued the Tyson era. She is a world champion, and most importantly, she is fast enough to distract you from the past. When MrBeast titled that video 100 Men versus World's Fastest Woman, he executed a Schrodinger's click. The anti-woke crowd clicked because they thought it was a setup to mock a trans woman. The sports fans clicked to see the stats, and MrBeast harvested views from both of them. By the time the video hit 100 million views, the Google results had shifted. Now if you search MrBeast Girl Fast, you don't see Kris's allegations, you see an inspiring athletic feat. He laundered his reputation using her speed. But the brilliance of this video goes deeper than reputation management. It weaponized a specific type of male delusion. You know the guy, the one at the bar who watches the Olympics and says, "I could probably beat her, she's a girl." MrBeast gave 100 of those guys a shot. And this is where the story gets interesting, because one of them almost did it. Runner number 35. The internet lost its mind over this guy, a random dude in a blue t-shirt who finished just steps behind the fastest woman in the world. The comment section turned into a war zone. "Biology is real," screamed one side. "She wasn't trying," screamed the other. Here is the truth that the camera angles tried to hide. First, look at the ground. They aren't running on a track, they are running on turf. Professional sprinters rely on energy return. Track surfaces are hard, they bounce back. Turf is soft, it absorbs energy. It acts like a sponge, sucking the power out of every step Melissa takes. Next, look at her feet. She isn't wearing her carbon-plated spikes, she's wearing flats or turf shoes. That is like asking Lewis Hamilton to drive an F1 car with flat tires. And finally, look at runner 35. He claimed he had no track experience. That is a lie. You do not accidentally run a sub 11.5 second 100-meter dash. You don't roll out of bed and keep pace with a 10.61 runner. Runner 35 was not an average Joe. He was likely a D1 athlete from another sport, maybe a wide receiver or a soccer winger who saw a chance to win $100,000. An 11.3 second time is incredibly fast for a normal person, but it is slow for Melissa. So why was it close? Because she was smart. She wasn't running for her life, she was running for a video. Why would she risk a hamstring tear on a lumpy grass field for a YouTube stunt? She ran exactly as fast as she needed to win and not a meter faster. She managed the race, she secured the bag, and she let the internet argue about it. This brings us to the saddest part of this story. Why was she there at all? Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is the world champion. She achieved the Triple Crown, gold in the 100, 200, and relay. She is the queen of the sport. So why is she racing frat boys in a field in North Carolina? Because the economics of track and field are broken. If you win a Diamond League race, the highest level of professional track, you win $10,000. If you win a gold medal at the World Championships, you get $70,000. MrBeast offered a bounty of $100,000 for a 12-second race. Let that sink in. A random college student had the chance to earn more money in 12 seconds than the fastest woman on earth earned for winning the world title. This is the influencer economy. Athletic excellence is no longer enough to pay the bills. You have to be content. You have to be viral. Sha'Carri Richardson understands this. That's why she is famous despite being slower. She has the look. She has the drama. She races streamers like I Show Speed in simulated events. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden was the quiet worker, the baby in the sport, but she realized that being fast wasn't paying enough, so she made a deal with the Beast. This video did something irreversible. It decoupled fame from speed. For the last 3 years, Sha'Carri Richardson was the main character of track and field. Even when she lost, she was the story. But in 2025, she didn't just lose, she faded. Stumbling out of the blocks in Tokyo, finishing 5th, watching her training partner Melissa stand on top of the podium. The gap between them isn't just physical anymore, it's narrative. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is now the girl from MrBeast. That title carries more cultural weight with Gen Alpha than Olympic gold medalist ever will. She engaged in competitor marketing. She used MrBeast's 460 million subscribers to build her own brand equity, eclipsing the Athlos League that Sha'Carri is trying to build. She proved that you can beat the influencers at their own game. So let's go back to the title of this video. The girl from MrBeast is faster than Sha'Carri Richardson. It makes you angry, doesn't it? It feels disrespectful to reduce a world champion to a girl from MrBeast. But that is the reality of 2026. MrBeast successfully laundered his brand. He replaced a scandal with a gold medal. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden successfully monetized her speed. She exchanged the traditional Olympic spotlight for mainstream digital fame. And Sha'Carri Richardson, she remains the benchmark, the name we use to measure speed, even if she doesn't possess it anymore. The next time you click on a viral challenge, ask yourself, what are you actually watching? Are you watching a race? Or are you watching a distraction? Because while you were debating if runner 35 was a plant or arguing about men versus women in the comments, the algorithm was quietly rewriting history. The scandal is gone, the search terms are clean, and the fastest woman in the world is just another character in the MrBeast cinematic universe. We are living in a time where the truth is less important than the thumbnail. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and understand the mechanics behind the media you consume, you need to join us. Hit that like button if you learned something new today. It helps us break through the noise. And subscribe so you don't miss our next autopsy of viral culture. Thanks for watching.